Let me just fix everything here. And I believe we are live, everybody.
Hey!
There.
There, we are all sorted out.
We are absolutely all sorted out.
Just a tiny bit behind.
Sorry, just
Only
a little
moments.
bit of technical
Technical
issues.
problems.
Hello and great to meet you in person, at least in the cyber world. Thank you for joining P Jones 8404. It is great to be here.
Good morning,
Hello.
afternoon, evening, wherever you are.
Hello, Andrew.
Morning, Andrew.
Good to see you as always. Hope everybody is having a great Friday afternoon,
Evening, morning, whatever.
maybe
it
a
is, no part of
Saturday
the world.
if you're in a
That's
different
true,
part of the world.
True.
Found you, yes you did.
Yeah.
Today we are going to be Peter. All right, awesome. Nice to be formally introduced. Hey, Misha, good to see you.
Hey, Misha.
So we are going to be reading a bunch of your replies and comments to our videos, just because we don't have. There's so much.
It goes by so fast.
It goes by so fast,
and
it gets a little bit difficult sometimes to reply to everything.
Yeah.
So we really want to be able to talk to you guys and really have a chance to respond. So that's what we're going to be doing.
And chatting today. A bit. And we'll ask each other questions, maybe.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm the goof who leaves all the musician drumming comments. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
I do want to say before we get started, we're so appreciative of all you guys out there. The amount of support you're showing for this channel. Something that started as a kind of labor of love. SEREN and I were talking about, one day going through all the Saga material and introducing you to it. We thought, well, you know what? Let's do it in this kind of format and share it with you guys, and you can watch him listen to all my music and react one way or the other, and it gives me a chance to revisit too. So thank you for your support. It's been amazing. I mean, we reached that milestone the other day. We've gone over 1,000 of you participating. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So.
No, this is something that we've always wanted to do, and it's we figured why not do it along with you guys as well, and it's just been so fun. Beat says, hello, Sadler Mansion. Hello there.
Hey, Beat.
Good afternoon, Mauro from Toronto. Great to see the both of you. Great to see you as well. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Let me just make sure that everything is good here.
Just checking some settings here, guys.
Just make sure that's fixed. Okay.
All right.
So, hello from Buffalo. -2 degrees here today on the way to work. Oh my goodness, that sounds fun.
It's cold here, but not -2.
That's good. Good luck with that. Oh my gosh.
I remember being in Buffalo in the wintertime. It's brutal.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I've never been.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi guys from Germany. Hey there. Thanks for joining. I want to speak for us fans and say thank you to both of you for doing this. Yeah,
our pleasure.
Our pleasure.
This is something that we wanted to do this anyway.
We wanted to do this anyway.
Yeah.
And it's been so surprising seeing how warm the reception has been.
And engaged and just love your questions. Like you said, we can't get to all of them right away, but
yeah. No, I know. It's a lot of fun. Hello from Mexico City, old Saga fan. Oh,
Hola.
That's awesome. Hola. It is -5 here in Fargo, North Dakota. Ooh.
Oh.
That is brutal.
We're comparing weather now.
It's summer here in New Zealand. Oh, that's awesome.
Of course it is. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's so cool.
Oh, we got a global audience. I love it.
Global audience. That's so cool. Just make sure that. Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about? Oh, we got more.
Greetings from France. Hello from Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, that's awesome.
Wow, we're going global for sure.
We're going global. We got New Zealand, we got Buffalo, we got North Dakota, Germany.
New Zealand and Buffalo. Love it.
Okay, so let's get started with replying to some of the comments.
Absolutely. What do you got for me?
I've got right here. First one. So I only discovered this is from Smack Smacky Pipe. So I only discovered this channel 4 days ago. On Monday, I binged all the videos of the first album. Next I binged the second album. Yesterday it was this album, except for Careful Where You Step, which didn't drop until I was already offline. All caught up now. Loving this and the great job you're both doing. Can't wait for Worlds Apart. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow, binging now. Okay.
Binging now. We are.
That's a good sign.
People are now binging. That is wild.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Really glad you're loving the content. That's so cool.
Your Worlds Apart is right around the corner. So,
yeah, that's awesome. Next we have from Sonic Dorms. Yet another fab breakdown of a quintessential Saga song. It truly warms my heart to see somebody supporting this channel. Song has long been deserving of this kind of song by a song analysis type discussion. Thank you for all the inspiration and uplift as always, Max. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've had the pleasure of meeting before. Super cool guy. It's awesome. And I will say, I wish I had more experience with music. Like I've noticed a lot of, I'm not really like, I don't provide that great of commentary when it comes to analyzing the music itself.
But the nice thing is you have just an honest, open,
right.
You listen to it, you just say what you think.
Yeah, I wish I had better perspective sometimes. Greetings from Munich, Bavaria. I'm originally from Germany. No way, that's so cool. My interest, are there any old Saga live recordings prior 1981 in the vaults?
Probably. There's all kinds of stuff in the vaults that, I mean, quite honestly, because we're, getting, like rounding the corner towards the 50th anniversary of Saga, there's all kinds of stuff that's probably going to start, we're going to start putting things together slowly, and that there's a lot of archive material. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few gems here and there that may pop up in the next
I would not be surprised at all. Yeah. Views on Wildest Dream album, one of my favorites. I cannot provide input on that yet.
That's true. We haven't got there yet.
We haven't gotten
there yet. And without
yet.
revealing too much, so it was spoiled a surprise for you. It was different because suddenly it was just, and then there were three, as
right,
as people say. It was a fun album to make. I'll address that more when we get to Wildest Dreams, but it was. We had to adjust our focus and thinking because it was just the three of us at that point.
Yeah.
But I'll get into more details about it when we get there. But thanks for the question.
Yeah. What musical influences were in the mixing bowl when Saga first started writing? That's a good question.
Whoa. That's probably why it's quite diverse. I mean, Ian came from a hard rock Zeppelin kind of background with the guitar. Jim and I were more from the prog world.
Yeah.
I mean, my first introduction to progressive rock was Gentle Giant. It's a documented fact.
Yeah.
Steve came from a bit of an R&B background, so you've got that for the like the rhythmic side of the band. So there's diverse musical influences, I think, created the Saga sound, as it were, at the beginning. But it wasn't a, let's throw in a bit of this, throw in a bit of that.
Right,
a bit of this.
yeah.
It just happened naturally. But definitely the prog world is where I came from prior to Saga, Jim as well. And then Daryl adds a bit of classical influence to it. Steve with some R&B and Ian with the hard rock. You put it all together and voila. That's the best explanation I can come up with.
Good evening from Finland. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, I see you in a lot of the videos. Good to see you here, Ramana. No question, still speechless from Matt Sinner.
Hey, Matt. We'll talk.
Ulf Anderson. Will Jim Crichton be on the tour for the upcoming 50th anniversary?
Anything's possible for the 50th anniversary. There's all kinds of things we could do. There's ideas flying around. Nothing concrete yet, so
yeah,
you'll be the first to know.
Okay, so
maybe second. I'll be the first to know.
Next comment here we have Benvin Geist that says, I'll try to fit it all in here. Very good, Saren. You're spot on with the Meshuggah polyrhythm reference, which is what Michael described here. Every 4 iterations it loops back onto itself. 10 notes over a 4-bar phrase, syncopated. Very cool indeed. I believe this is on. This is on what's called Careful Where You Step. Yeah.
The ending.
Here's a fun fact as well. Meshuggah has been my favorite metal band since the early 90s, back when no one knew who they were. Saga is one of my absolute favorite prog bands since the early 80s. As a matter of fact, the first album I heard was Silent Night, and it was in 1980 when it first came out. Yes, I'm old too. I was only 4 years old when I heard it and was immediately drawn to it. Keep it up, guys. This is amazing.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to do it. And that's not a
No,
a
absolutely.
cliche. Back to the Meshuggah thing. SEREN introduced me to Meshuggah, as he does with a lot of the new music that I'm getting exposed to via SEREN. We'll go for a drive and he'll throw something on. Oh, check this out, Dad.
Yeah.
But I remember immediately he put on, what was the one track? The
Bleed. Bleed was the first track.
Bleed. If you people have not heard,
you have
Meshuggah,
to listen to it.
Whether you're into metal or not, he put that track on, and it's just like the sound. Sonically, it's remarkable, and it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty heavy, but it got my attention immediately. It's pretty cool. You've got to check it out if you get a chance.
There's a couple of references to Meshuggah in another comment as well here, from Phil Chambin. I love how Meshuggah popped up in the analysis. SEREN definitely has great taste in music. Perhaps someone close in his family has helped with this. I'll comment on that in a second. What a great album! I love all three of the Phase 1 era equally. I didn't know you had phases.
Phase 1, it was the name of the studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, actually.
And there was a Phase 1 album release or CD release, and it was songs that didn't make the cut.
Okay. Yeah. Cannot wait to listen to you guys talk about Worlds Apart, as my first brush with Saga was via hearing On the Loose on a friend's Walkman. I was hooked in an instant and saved every penny to buy anything I could from the band, first on vinyl, then CD.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is very cool.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. Saying perhaps someone in the family, perhaps someone close in his family has helped with this. You would be surprised that he has not given me, and in a sense it was good because I really discovered my passion for music on my own.
Yes, yeah.
But
I made a few recommendations along the way, but I wanted you to just
mainly when I asked for them. I would oftentimes ask for recommendations, and he would give me stuff to listen to. But I didn't really grow up in a house like surrounded by music, and it
strangely enough,
it's mainly because he didn't want to like push me into that.
Yeah.
And I really fell in love with it on my own as well. It was...
I mean, for those who don't know, I mean, we listen to very little music in the house itself. Maybe it's because it's what I do for a living. So when it's time to, when home and not working in the studio, it's, we'll watch a movie now and again, or just, but there's very little music gets played throughout the house, as it were. So
yeah. I'm gonna go back and try to find some older ones that we haven't replied to, because some of these are on the newest video.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot.
Hope everybody's well.
Yeah. Okay. So here are... I can't scroll down to this one. Let me fix this real fast.
Be right with you.
Right with you, definitely. Right here. Oh, that was correct. Stefan Rob says, if it's possible to use lavalier clip-on mics, your voices would be much clearer. Thanks. That is what we're doing now.
That is what we're doing now.
That is what we're doing now.
We have adjusted the audio.
We have adjusted the audio.
Thank you for the suggestion.
This was on the first videos we were doing. Was a little bit more awkward with the audio, but we
sorted it out.
Sorted it out for sure. By the way, I think Martin Glayway and Rob Hubbard listened to Saga from Blackers MTV 99.
Oh, but I think you're right.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone asked, Ian tapping before Eddie Van Halen, epic solo. Not people are answering this for us. Not before, but at the same time. But to be honest, none of both invented it. Eddie made it popular, and Ian flew under the radar just for connoisseurs. Absolutely fantastic. Epic
That's pretty
solo.
accurate.
Yeah.
Because I remember at the time.
It's about what you said at the time. From that.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. And then.
That's pretty much how it went down. I mean, the tapping thing, Eddie, more exposure, obviously, and then more spotlight on Eddie doing it. But it was around the same time. It's not like, who did it first and who really cares.
Yeah.
Nobody copied anybody. It's just the way it was. And like you said, that was a good expression. Ian flew under the radar doing it. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these are in German, which unfortunately, it doesn't give me the option to translate them. So I don't know how to reply to this, but hopefully...
Make a note of that one and
we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to you.
Someone said, Merci, Saga est mon groupe préféré. I'm assuming that's Saga is my favorite group. Thank you.
That's what we'll think it means.
That's what we'll think it means.
Excuse me.
That's what I'm hoping it is. And we'll get to everybody in the chat right now as well. Sorry, there's a lot. This is
we're doing a bit of catch up.
We're doing a bit of catching up. Obscure question, but wondering if the Phase 1 recording had Peter C or Peter R or Greg C on the band. I believe that's Peter Rashawn.
Peter Rashawn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, "Eu consigo alguma influência da disco music." On Hot to Cold, yes, actually.
Oh.
I definitely agree on that song. There's definitely like
it's pretty danceable.
It's pretty dancey. I have to agree.
Yeah. We have our rhythmic side. I think that's when someone said, why were you big in Puerto Rico and Germany at the same time? And I think the rhythmic side of the band is what drew the Puerto Rican
definitely
the Puerto Ricans towards the band.
I mean, it really drew me in as well. I love the sound of it. I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah. That's from cool. David Lazarus.
Okay.
I've read similar comments here, so I'm going to go on record that stating Michael Sadler and John Anderson are two of the most prolific rock vocalists. Both still have amazing voices. I know people will say Steve Perry, Phil Collins, and Freddie Mercury were the best. They were great in their own right, but Michael and John are in a class all of their own.
Wow.
There's no one who sounds like either of them, as Keith Emerson was the keyboard god of the 20th century. These two are the vocal gods. Apologies to Jim Gilmore. He's absolutely fantastic and wonderful for Saga, but Keith was on a level that even the great Rick Wakeman cannot match. You are in a class of your own, Dad.
It's wow. First of all, thank you so much for the kind words. You said something in your comment, and it's there's a lot of singers in the world.
Yes.
There's a lot of rock singers in the world, and there's a lot of great rock singers in the world. And I think what you strive to be is someone that sounds recognizable.
Right.
It's not that you're better or worse than someone else, but you have a recognizable voice. It's nice that you feel the way you do about John Anderson and I being up there, but it really comes down to that. If you have your own style,
like you said,
as soon as the song starts, you start singing, people know who it is. That's. And
I think you definitely have that. Yeah. Like, you have a very distinctive voice.
It's been a blessing and a curse. I mean, I remember doing a session many years ago, and I was in the studio, and I think there was 5 or 6 of us to do background vocals. We were all lined up in the studio, like 2 mics, I think, to pick everybody up. Anyway, I was, I think, in the middle, and we did a take, and then they said, "Okay, it sounds great, Michael. Can you just stand back, take 1 or 2 steps back, because you're coming through a bit too much, right?" And then we did it again. He said, "Okay, a couple more steps." And until I was about 10 feet behind the line of the other singers, said, "Okay, that's better now. It's a better blend." Because I was standing out too much, and it wasn't a volume thing. It's just that I wasn't, blending in with them, which is strange, because my upbringing, my early training was in a choir where you have to blend with others. So
yeah,
figure that one out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. One amazing incredible feature of this incredible song is during the second half of the song. This is on Images.
Oh.
For maybe a minute it's instrumental, and then little by little, somehow I start to hear or imagine Michael singing and harmonizing to the music being played. Eventually, it's not imagined anymore. He does just that, but he does it so perfect his voice blends with the instruments. I don't know if I make myself clear, but it's brain/mind-blowing to me. Images is a song in one of the first 3 LPs I owned, and I was hooked. Every time I hear this, every time I hear this song, by the way, a new image comes into my head. Oh, this is from Javier.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. That's awesome. Thanks for
Yeah,
commenting.
it's kind of true about the vocals.
I hear that I heard that as well.
Well, I think I remember trying to blend that into the keyboard chords. I mean, just so it was one, almost one sound, seamless. So you can't go, well, there's the choir and there's the keyboards.
Yeah.
It's just we tried to make that seamless, and
definitely, yeah,
because it kind of works.
Thanks again for the series. Really enjoyable. Could Michael talk about the cover artwork a little in one of the episodes? Really interested in what made you chose these. Thanks again. From Alien2306 ABC.
Hello, Alien.
Hello, Alien.
If you're there, these are old comments.
Yes, I am. In some of the upcoming videos, you'll see that I'm asking about this a lot because it's something I'm curious about.
Yeah.
I personally, I love album art. I love really interesting album art. A lot of the times, if I see a cool album art, it's what drives me to want to listen to the music. You know?
Well, the first 3 specifically, and Worlds Apart, the European release, reflect the chapters in that sci-fi theme, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was pretty easy to. That was just a matter of okaying the art, because we knew, the artists commissioned to do them knew what they were trying to do and what they're trying to put across. So that was just a matter of approval. So it wasn't around like us sitting around going, well, what kind of cover should we have this time around?
Right.
So it was fairly evident that those first 3 should reflect the sci-fi, I guess, side of the band, or the chapters side of the band.
Yeah.
And a little bit, like I say, on the European release of Worlds Apart. After that, it just became a matter of, let's get a cool cover. And when we all agree on it, then that's the one.
Yeah. It's called Greetings from the Netherlands from Beers Alternative Rock. It's awesome. I hope this isn't too personal, but I've been hearing online about Michael's health not being okay. You look great, so I hope all is well. I'm
a lot better shape than I was, let's say, a year ago. Not to get too far into it, but I was diagnosed with a form of incurable muscle invasive cancer last, I guess, August it was, and had surgery a month later.
Yeah.
And the recovery time, which I spent a lot of at first on the road in Europe, on a European tour, much to my doctor's chagrin. He said, I'm not sure it's a good idea, but if you got to do it. Excuse me. I'm a lot better now in terms of stamina, strength. Right. I still tire.
I think it was September. So
September was the actual operation.
Yeah.
And then on the road in end of October. But a lot better now. I'd like to say I'm cancer-free, but you never know if you are completely. So it's really just monitoring things. I do feel better overall. Let's put it this way, I'm still here.
Yeah. He's well enough.
I'm grateful to be.
He's well
here.
enough to make these videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's.
I'm well enough to put up with him. So.
But that's a lot.
Thank you for asking, and the support has been tremendous from everyone, and
everybody
really
has been so kind,
so much.
We really appreciate it, and if you want, there's more detailed updates on the Facebook page. So if you want more information on it, you can go check there. Yeah. Beer says, I've compiled a video from images. Wonderful song, never gets bored. Check it out. I definitely will do that. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah. Is there any chance to see Saga in Mexico anytime soon?
Ooh, I wouldn't say anytime soon.
But that would be fun.
But it would be fun. We've just done the one show down there, but it's just right across the border.
Right.
Love to. I know we've got a good, healthy amount of fans down there. So keep your fingers crossed. I'll keep mine crossed, and maybe, between now and the 50th anniversary, or maybe for the 50th, we'll find ourselves south of the border. Yeah. Who knows? But we'd love to come see you.
Do you, from Klaatu1, do you use any of your old analog keyboards these days?
No.
When recording?
No. It's. I mean, you could, but I mean the the simulated the software now is such that, and the music libraries or instrument libraries, they're so close that I mean,
It would be fun.
What I do miss, excuse me, is the CP70, because I used to love playing the CP70. Yeah. It's just that kind of piano. The action on it is fantastic.
Right.
And the sound of it too. But
yeah.
Do we use it to this day?
No. Good evening. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. From Josh G1234. I'm a big Saga and Prog fan from Toronto. Despite being born after Saga's inceptual period, I am 36. For SEREN, do you plan to pursue any formal musical or other post-secondary education? I have thought about it. I'm not sure. At the very least, I want to have more in-depth theory knowledge, and I can't hurt me. I don't know if I'll specifically go to school for music, but it's something I have been considering. I'm just not sure right now.
You were talking at one point of just getting a little bit of like the theory.
Yeah, regardless of if I go to school for it, I want to have just more knowledge.
Better knowledge of chords and that kind of thing.
But definitely. This is I always love this question. Good evening from Germany, from We to We. Do you do any special kind of vocal training / warm-ups to keep your voice in shape? Being a singer myself, I'm wondering how you kept your voice in such good shape. Best, Milan. This is going to make you upset when he answers this, if you're a singer yourself.
Disclaimer.
Because it makes me upset as someone who's trying to learn how to sing as well.
No.
He doesn't do
I don't.
anything.
Listen. Okay. Set the record straight. I'm very lucky, blessed, whatever you want to say. The only thing I can say is that I learned to sing, I guess, properly in a church choir for 7 or 8 years when I was younger. I learned to sing from the abdomen, not from the throat.
Yes.
I mean, through the 80s, I did all the bad things everybody did. I mean, drinking and this and that, which is bad for your voice. I survived it. Somehow. In fact, it got stronger when I stopped drinking over 20 years ago.
I remember you telling me about that.
That's a little fun fact. I really don't warm up. I know it makes other singers really.
I can tell you this is not like some thing that he says to seem cool.
You've been on the road with me.
I've been on the road with you every time before the show. We're just
are you going to warm up?
No.
I kind of go, okay, I'm ready.
We're just hanging out. He doesn't even really drink that much water backstage.
Not really.
It's infuriating to me, but it works.
I apologize that I wish I could give you a concrete answer or tip.
Yeah.
Or tips.
Yeah, no.
I wish
you had like Michael's super secret warm-up guide.
Warm tea with some honey and all that. No.
I mean, that's probably good, but
I'm lucky. And
yeah.
I mean, I try to, especially now, eat well, healthy lifestyle as best I can. But I mean, there's no ritual before the show that I can reveal.
Except for us annoying him. That's
I need to be a little annoyed before I go on stage.
Exactly. It gives you a little.
That's why I take you guys along.
Gives you a little bit of angst,
I'll show them.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Next comment. Memories. This is a YouTube link, which I will check out later, but thank you for the comment, Mr. Al Pierce. Appreciate that. Another comment from David Lazarus. Thinking back, this is on on the video for The Perfectionist. Thinking back, I'm fairly certain I bought In Transit circa 1983 as my first Saga album. I'm thinking this because I've long been of the opinion that a great band will always sound as good or better live than in studio. I was not wrong. I'd say much of Saga's material sounds better live, though I enjoy the studio albums. I believe my cue for buying the album was hearing On the Loose on MTV. I agree with you. I honestly agree.
There's something about live versions of tracks.
With going back and hearing a lot of the material, granted there's a lot of songs I've never heard before in general, but for the songs that I was familiar with and had heard live, I do prefer the live sound. I love it on the
overall,
record.
Just in general.
I don't know. In terms of any artist, not necessarily.
Oh, okay, all right.
I think specifically you, and And that's to say that you sound amazing live. Not to say that you don't sound good on the studio. I think you sound fantastic on the studio. But I think there's a
there's something to me, of my 2 cents, when it comes to our material, the live energy that is inserted into the song.
That's what I was going to say.
I think that's
there's
part
more,
of it.
There's more energy live,
and it breathes.
Yeah,
you know, live, and it's a bit. I want to say looser, but I don't mean in terms of the playing. I meant, especially for me and my approach to singing the parts. Yeah, I'm not. Any given night is slightly. I want to say slightly different, but it's the heat of the moment, and I think it's the flexibility of the song. Definitely. Each night. That's you know. But I think I have to agree. The live versions do have a bit more of a spark than the studio ones.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna alternate between everybody right here.
Excuse me.
Jim Crichton once said in an interview, do you do any special kind of vocal training / warm-ups to keep your voice in shape? Being a singer, I already saw that. Sorry, I mixed two comments. From John Althuizen. Jim Crichton once said in an interview that every time he listened to Gentle Giant, he always got inspired to compose new Saga songs. Michael, do you have a similar experience?
Oh, 100%.
I'm sure you do.
In those days, in those early days. I remember I was in a band prior to being in... The first band I was in was a band called Truck with Jim. But prior to that, I was in a band, a 4-piece band that was... we ended up being ultra progressive. It was a blues band that became a blues jazz band that became a jazz fusion band.
Was that Pockets?
And no. This is well before I even met Pockets is after Truck, and this is years later. No, this was my first band. I was like 17, 16, just around slightly younger than you, with a bunch of older guys that were in their 20s. But the drummer went into Toronto one day and came home with this album. He said, "Michael, you got to hear this, man." And he put the album on, and we listened to it from beginning to end. Side 1, didn't say a word. He flipped it over, put side 2 on, and when it was finished, I said something like, "I don't know what that is, but I want to start making music like that." And it was Gentle Giant's Three Friends album. I'd never heard anything like it.
That's the one that you recommended to me, and it's really good.
When I'm, especially at the time, and I was just like, what is that? And
I love the drumming on that record.
Everything about it. And Jim was right. I mean, every time at that time, even today, I'll put it on. It's inspiring to hear, because I'll keep hearing different things. But at that time, to hear a bit of Giant, and I mean, you will hear from time to time, especially in those early recordings, the influence of Gentle Giant. But you can't say, well, that sounds like Gentle Giant, or that could be a Gentle Giant part. But you can tell that they strongly influenced my approach to writing, not the kind of songs to write, but the approach they took to writing.
Just like a very ultra creative songwriting.
Giant was a huge part of my musical upbringing, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next comment from Beat Zimmerman. This is from Mouse in a Maze. This track feels a bit like the band discovered its own huge potential. The tracks up to this one are cool, but Mouse in a Maze is different on many levels, and if I think what song comes next as the opener of Silent Night, it feels like all of a sudden something was released. Bees. Release the bees.
Oh, you're not alone. Release the bees. Mouse in a Maze was one of those tracks that I, even to this day, there are a few lyrical lines that are a bit, I don't want to say silly, but it's like, like all the other mice,
I love that
but it's
song.
One of the heaviest licks that we play ever.
I think it's like the first chromatic riff I've heard in a Saga track.
Yeah, but it's pretty heavy. Da 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 da. It's like sledgehammer time. I think we considered having an anvil for that part.
Yeah, no, it's like a huge like almost like a Saint Anger snare there.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I know what you mean.
I really enjoy that riff. I love the verse part. Reminds me a lot of like similar stuff to like The Cure or like Bauhaus or like Susie and the Banshees, that kind of stuff. Is what that reminds me of.
Oh, you've been going into the 80s vault.
Oh, I love all kinds of music.
Cool.
I listen to just anything alternative, honestly. Okay.
You haven't dabbled in country yet.
I have not dabbled in country yet. I should. I honestly should. I'm sure
Well-written songs. A well-written song.
there's definitely a lot of fantastic country. That maybe that's our next series. Is Michael and SAREN discover
cowboy hats
country
and,
music.
Yeah.
And just to real quick, you have some news regarding Beat Zimmerman. Some exciting stuff coming up. Just a little bit of a plug.
Yeah, I was approached by Beat, is it 2 years ago now, to do what I thought was some vocals on an album he was putting together, but it turned out he wanted me as the singer.
He is the singer, yeah.
And here we are, almost 2 years later, and it's complete. It's
I think there's 2 singles out right now.
Yeah, if you want to check.
It's called Unicorn Umbrellas. Go check it out right now.
Yeah. Beat Zimmerman, Unicorn Umbrellas. Every Picture Tells a Story is the name of the album, and
from what I've heard, it's fantastic.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
And I've always liked doing outside projects and singing outside my comfort zone. And this was I really enjoyed doing this one, and I think you'll really like it. So keep your eye out for that. Unicorn Umbrellas. Every Picture Tells a Story.
Forgive the little bit of self-promotion there, but
it's well worth it if you
got to inject it in there when I can. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi,
actually,
Michael.
keep an eye out for the cover should be dropping soon.
Yes, absolutely. K.A. Franson. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Hi, Michael. I went to see K.A. Franson. That's probably it. Hi, Michael. I went to see Saga at Johanneshov's Stadion. Stadium. In Stockholm, Sweden on February 8th, 1986. It was a fantastic show, and you did such a great memory. Best regards, Kjell Ake.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
The Stockholm, Scandinavia in general was right there with Germany in the beginning. We did quite a few shows like that up there at the time, Oslo and Stockholm and Copenhagen, obviously. But they were strong supporters from the very beginning as well. So thank you.
I'm gonna skip ahead to this question real quick because it is, this is a funny question, and I have an idea for this. It says, Elegant Warrior 6, if I was on a deserted island with one catalog, it would be Saga beginning to the end. Absolutely love this band. Have never seen them live. Funny seeing everything else. I live outside of Vegas. That is awesome. And that brings me to ask you, if you were on a deserted album.
A deserted album?
Sorry, a deserted island. If you were on a deserted island and you could only have one band's catalog, and it can't be Saga.
And it can't be Gentle Giant, right?
It could be.
But that's it. Just one
band's catalog, but you can listen. You can listen. Presuming you have food and water and shelter and these things. Yeah. But you can only listen to one album for the rest of your existence.
Or one artist.
Sorry, one artist's catalog. Everything in their discography.
That's really tough.
It's a really tough one.
But to get everything that I need to get out of music in general from a catalog, you would have to be an artist who's quite varied in styles. Probably Gabriel. Peter Gabriel. Yeah. Just because. I mean, I could easily say Queen because
that's what I was thinking.
I love everything
and I do think they're quite varied.
It could be like a tie between the two, maybe, but they're not as diverse.
Right. They're more sticking within rock.
Yeah, I mean they would go outside of the box every now and again, which is cool.
A lot of people don't talk about with Queen. Sheer Heart Attack is like one of the first like proto metal albums.
Yeah, the first two albums are amazing.
Them and like Deep Purple, I think, like before Black Sabbath, kind of.
Oh, early Purple was great. Very early Deep Purple was a different singer.
Yeah, really. Yes, albums, you're right. Actually, yes.
Shades of Deep Purple and Book of Taliesin.
That's awesome.
Rod Evans was the original singer. Fun fact. For those of you who don't know.
For the first album, Alexander Heike says, and one more thing, I have 8 favorite tracks on this album.
Let me see, 8 out of how many tracks are on the first album?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Um, I know it is. Oh yeah, someone. This was also their comment. I know it is just another masterpiece among 7 other masterpieces. Ice Nice, but I can distinctly remember that when I listened to this song for the first time in 1980, I know I was like, it stuck out to me because of its magnificent build-up and on one of the most marvelous keyboard solos I've ever listened to. Still true to this day. What a tone! No, I loved the keyboard solo on Ice Nice.
Ice Nice is one of those tunes. The build is
Amazing.
one of the best builds in
your catalog.
Yeah, and just in general in music, the way that song builds naturally
is fantastic.
Love doing that song live.
No, it's
in fact, that was when we did our first major tour supporting Styx in Germany, in Europe. The very first show, I don't know why we had the nerve to do this, because when you're support, you want to come out of the gate, all guns blazing, because you've got this much time to make an impression. And we decided to start our show with Ice Nice. Yes. And that's like, really? And we couldn't have got it more right. I mean, it was a very risky move, but the way it built, and the build into this frenetic ending, and it's just, I think people were just like, "What was that?" So it was the right decision, but you have to imagine,
definitely.
What should we start with?
Yeah.
Do you want to start with what, On the Loose?
Yeah, some big track.
But no, we said no. We'll fool them, and maybe fool ourselves. Not it went well.
Someone asks, Lars Oscar, do you have some more stories about Greg, Chad, and Peter Rashan?
Not stories per se. 2 different individuals working with both were completely different. I don't want to have specific stories about them. Peter was funny, quirky. Greg was Greg. Both had kind of larger than life personalities, but completely different from one another. So you can imagine doing one album with one guy, and then suddenly there's this different human in the studio with us. Like, oh yeah. So there was that adjustment, but it was good working with both. We both had their moments, but we all do. I mean, I don't have any specific stories per se or anything that stands out like, oh, I remember when Peter used to do this, or there was a time when Greg did that. Not really.
All right, Peter has a question. Marketing is all about labeling, in parentheses, not a good thing. Because of the wide variety of styles the band played, was it a challenge to find the right marketing approach?
Oh, we were in a huge enigma at the beginning, and we were a nightmare for critics because they couldn't.
What do you call it?
Yeah, I mean,
I remember we talked about
in the meantime, it's called mostly neo-prog. I was never 100% comfortable with the prog label, simply because it's so much more than just prog style.
There's a lot of other influences.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, for the critics, it was like we were too rocky for the prog purists,
and too prog
for the just out and out rock. So we were in this middle ground that was.
But it was perfect for the people who wanted that middle ground.
Yeah, and you ended up getting listeners and fans and people that really, really appreciated the music, as opposed to that's the latest rock song, that's the latest prog song, that's flavor of the month, and that it was more. We built a following based on that.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's go watch that weird band. I don't know what they play, but it's weird. I like it.
David Lazarus again. I truly like the longer version and wish it would be played like that live. Ice Nice. Simple Minds has done the same thing with a few songs. Truly brilliant things. Anyways, Ice Nights is a brilliant track, and I love the instrumental part is played in a live setting. But having that third verse would make it extra special. This truly is a great debut. But the next several albums just keep getting better. I love the closing track that comes next. I'd love to hear somewhat of a mashup between the studio version here and the version on Symmetry played live. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
Symmetry was a rather fun album to make. It was
Symmetry.
It was the most challenging record, I think, that we've ever made, but the most satisfying at the end of the day. I caught a lot of people by surprise because I think when we announced that we were releasing an acoustic version album, I think the people's notion was, oh, it's just going to be the song stripped down. You're going to play exactly the song
it is
played with
not
an
at
acoustic
all.
guitar and
I
acoustic
remember
piano.
listening to it. It's not at all.
They're different treatments of the songs completely.
And I'm technically on that album.
Yes, you are.
I am on that album.
Yes, you are.
I couple of years. I was like 10 or 11, I think. Appeared on
Symmetry.
On
Wind 'Em Up.
Wind 'Em Up on Symmetry. So if you want to hear little baby Seren's voice on there, you can go check that out.
We'll let you. We won't tell them what it is. It's obvious, but go ahead. Listen to it.
Go ahead.
When you get a chance, listen to Wind 'Em Up on Symmetry, and you'll hear Seren.
Yeah, it's it was very fun to do for me.
You did it like a pro.
WRE Fordnick. So good to see father and son doing this. Michael, thanks for all your music. A huge fan from Stratford, Ontario. Do you remember the Engine Shed back in the late 70s?
Of course I do.
I've never heard of them before.
No, it's a club.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, there was... we all, at that time, I'm sure you remember, there was a series of clubs that we all played. There were bands like Max Webster and ourselves and Rheingold and Cinema Face and we all played the same clubs. We all played the same circuit. Engine Shed was one of them. Gasworks, Abbey Road, Piccadilly Tube, Nob Hill. And I'm sure you remember, like you'd play there, and then 6 weeks later you'd play there again. We just kept circling, circling around and around. Saying, we'd see other bands passing on the 401. Hey, how you doing, man? But I remember the Engine Shed very, very well. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We always look forward to that one, actually.
Yeah. Right here, from Tina. This album brings back memories. My brother brought this when it came out when I was 8. At the time, and fell in love with it just like Images at Twilight. This is for the first album. That's awesome. Thank you. Glad you enjoy it. From Basfos, Images at Twilight was my first Saga album. I bought it when it came out. The album artwork is amazing, and this was and is my favorite track on the album, Mouse in a Maze. It's still one of my favorite songs by Saga. I definitely have to agree with you on that.
It's fun live.
I really would love to see it live, especially with the live songs tending to sound
so
a
we
bit
haven't
heavier.
played on any of the tours that you came?
No, not any of the ones that I've been on. It would be
good one live.
Yeah, I would love to hear it. I think with that like heavier guitar tone you usually do live, it would sound.
Maybe invite you up to play that song on guitar.
That would be fun.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
You heard it here first.
Retired World. What an epic finale for this masterpiece of an album, and one of the greatest guitar solos by Ian or really anyone. I love the solo on Tired World. It is.
It's so cool that song in terms of Ian being able to burn like that and live. We hit that section, and we just leave it up to Ian.
It's like do whatever you want.
You've got here's the section. This is the last thing we do before the big ending. Here's your you can be 30 seconds, it can be 3 minutes, whatever you're feeling. And some nights it's longer, sometimes some nights shorter, but it's pure, whatever he's feeling at the moment. And most of the time, when we do it live, you'll see, if you've seen some of the footage, I'll just be playing and just looking over at him, soloing, just like, what? Holy, I mean, there's some nights when it's just like, you can appreciate it as a
definitely.
player, so.
Yeah. Hi, thanks for doing this. How did the choice of sound word snippets from Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 relate to the chapter storyline and artwork on albums 1 through 4?
How did the
choice of sound/word snippets from Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 relate to this chapter storyline and artwork through albums 1 to 4?
Well, if Chapter 8, I'll address. I'm not sure what Chapter 7. Chapter 8. If you listen closely, if I remember correctly, the snippets you're hearing are little snippets from each song leading up to 8. So like 1 through 7, they just come in and out and they fade in and out. Just a tiny bit to remind you of Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3.
That is so cool.
And here we are at 8. You have to kind of really go, yeah, okay. And you hear da 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 from Seven.
Yes.
But it's way in the distance. But that's what that is. It's like, going over the song,
that is
the
very
chapters
cool.
leading up to here we are.
Well, I'm excited to hear that. That's very cool.
Yeah.
What's it called? Who is the deep voice unframed? Have you no shame? Hello from St. Louis. I believe that's
Rupert Hine.
That's Rupert Hine. That is
producer.
Rupert Hine.
May he rest in peace. We lost Rupert a few years ago.
Yeah,
It's a very sad loss. But that's Rupert.
I'm pretty sure it's pitched down.
Yeah,
a little bit. That's awesome.
He's the barker at the market.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, I do want one of those. Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was Roop.
Absolutely. Okay. Such an iconic song. Love to all from San Juan. That's awesome. I will try to reply to this another time. I unfortunately do not read German. Wow, 154 SEREN, da siegst du uns, was früher eine starke Stimme in die Sekt. Bitte mehr davon. Michael 450, grandiose. Wie der Vater, so der Sohn. With the father, so the son. Ein tolles Team.
Great team.
Great team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think I got the spirit.
You got
of
the
that
gist of
message.
it, did you?
I got the gist of it. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate it. Love it. One of my all-time favorite songs. Powerful and beautiful. I saw it live in concert in San Juan during the pandemic. I played the song a lot. It felt like Mouse in a Maze. I felt like a mouse in a maze with no way out. Yeah, I definitely feel that. I think everybody kind of had that feeling during there. Great tune. Saw them 4 times live in the 80s. Always waited for this. In 1986, they began with the piano intro and a Chapler medley. Sadly, the rest was left out on Images. Oh, wow. Have you ever played the full song live?
Images?
Images.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
I haven't for a very, very long time.
Right, I'm sure. Learning that song on guitar was so fun to do. It was super, super cool.
This guy, one day, had no idea he was doing it. I was sitting in the living room, and I started hearing something familiar, and I came down the hallway, and there he was with the acoustic guitar, right?
No, it was my electric.
Was it electric? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it was. And he had taken upon himself to learn the intro to Images, which is a piano piece.
On guitar. And it's
guitar.
It's kind of awkward on guitar, but
I should think so.
the only reason it's awkward is there's a lot of like back and forth motions, which is very comfortable on piano.
That's 99% of the time.
But it's kind of awkward to get all the finger placements on guitar because it wasn't written for that.
90% of the time that's the case. If something's
Yeah.
written on keyboards, it's hard to do on guitar and vice versa.
But-
Guitar part's hard to
But
learn
I
on
figured it
keyboards.
out. And
Yeah, I was
then-
blown away. I thought,
Yeah.
why did you choose that? I don't know.
It's fun.
I felt like it. It's fun. It was a
And
challenge.
I got to play it live at Prague Stock as well, which was very fun. Which was
Very impressive.
last year's Prague Stock.
Very impressive.
Thank you. We says, also, a singer needs to capture an audience. I've never seen anyone interact with an audience like Michael. He is truly one of a kind. You do have good stage presence, I will say.
Thank you. It took some time to get where I am in terms of the master ceremonies or what have you. In the early days, I see some early footage and like, ooh, it's it's cringy, but you don't get to a certain point without just trying stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And more, I just feel more comfortable. I started to feel more comfortable on stage. And,
yeah. Also, I realized to bring it back to Images, I did it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I did it for my mom's birthday as well. I remember. I think that video is still up on my Facebook page. So if you want to go,
that's right,
see that, you can go to my Facebook page, and it was a thing for my mom, which was really cool, and she seemed to really like it.
It was really good.
Which was very nice. So glad to hear that you're feeling better, Michael. Thank you. Austin's Collision and Custom. Hello, Michael and SEREN. Hello there. Great to hear about Michael's health improving. I've been including him in my prayers for some time now too. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I would love to see I would love to see Saga with orchestra. Have you ever thought about it with your band members?
Since day one.
That would be super cool.
Probably since we started doing the chapters and the more symphonic songs in general. Yes, that's always been a I don't want to say a dream because it's possible to do it, and I think it. I'd like to think it will happen before too much longer. But it's custom made for the most
it would be perfect,
especially all the chapters. It's just it wants to have an orchestral treatment to it, so I'd love to.
Yeah. Hi from the UK. Hello there, Steve. Steve Wilkinson. Thank you.
How you doing, Steve?
And let's see here. The late Ronnie James Dio didn't warm up. He drank and smoked. He and Michael are just born to sing.
Actually, I was just thinking about something.
Yeah.
The question about orchestra. I've had the good fortune over the years to work with an orchestra.
Oh, really?
Once was in Frankfurt. I did a show doing Nights in White Satin.
Yes.
With a full orchestra. That was remarkable. And then I was invited to join a troupe called Orso, based out of Freiburg, Germany. And we did orchestral treatments of Saga songs.
No, really?
Don't Be Late, Time to Go. Yeah. And it was,
wow, that must have been so cool.
It was great. And it was it leaned on the classical less than the rock side. There was a small band as well, but it was mostly classical treatments. That was fantastic.
That's so cool.
Yeah, great memories. But singing with an orchestra is quite different than singing with a band. And I remember standing on stage and doing Nights in White Satin, and when the chorus hits and the strings and that behind you, the organic nature of it, the power of it coming in was just like, well, it's not a volume thing. Like with a band, you hit the power chords and everybody's boom, and it's partly the volume, and that's where you feel that strength. With an orchestra, the power is coming from the organic nature of the instruments themselves, and you can feel it, and it's just a whole different vibe.
Definitely, yeah.
But
someone asks, any plans for a new album anytime soon? Sorry for the company name is my idea. Oh, you're all good. Yeah, any plans for a new album anytime soon?
I wouldn't say anytime soon, just because we're very fussy about what we release. But we have been talking and entering into a kind of writing mode, as it were, with that end in sight. Like I'd like there to be at least one more album, and then the 50th looming. I want it to be a very, very special album. So we are doing the semi-casual / serious writing mode at the moment. So yes, there will be, I can safely say, there will be at least one more album from the band.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very
And
much looking forward
I mean,
to it.
on the note of making albums and that, I have to do a quick shout out to our record company in Germany, Ear Music, because they've been such a great supporters of the band, and it's hard these days you're lucky to be with a label that actually cares, and they do. And they recently helped with some technical issues we had, and they got something solved for us. It was just like that. But their support and backup for as a partner, as it were, has been phenomenal. So.
Absolutely. And hey, if that happens, we got to do it on the channel too. That would be fun. Reacting to like the newest one.
Yes.
Would be super cool. Next thing.
It won't be long before we're reacting to your albums. So.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I get to. And it's my turn.
And then David Murs, one of the most important songs of my life for Mouse and a Maze as a professional musician. I bought the DVD in concert in 2003, and this particular song made me want to pick up guitar and play more than just punk rock. Nothing wrong with that, but Saga was definitely more interesting for sure. Quick question.
A lot more notes.
Yeah, that's true. Quick question about that song. Who were the singers in the intro? Was it all just you? I don't think so, especially with the low voice. Or did you sing it with Greg Chad? As you said, Saga was never a huge harmony vocal band like Queen or Styx, so I can't really tell the singing voices other than you and Daryl.
Are you sorry, is that Mouse and a Maze you're talking about?
Yes, Mouse and a Maze.
I know what you're talking about. Mouse and a Maze, there's only one way to get out. that may have been actually when I heard it. I won't say recently, but not too long ago. Actually, when we did it on our program, I think it sounds like Greg did that low one to me.
Yes.
So it could well be Greg. I think the others are a combination. Myself and Greg, or mostly me, but I do think it's Greg on the low one, as far as I remember.
But yeah, thank you for the question. Thank you so much, SEREN and Michael. To say that Saga was one of my favorite bands of all time is a gross understatement. Saga songs are an integral part of my life. Please keep the videos coming. You absolutely bet. I think this is on our first ever video that we uploaded.
Yeah.
So we're definitely keeping them coming.
We've got a lot to choose from.
We've got a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Which makes it very easy for us.
In a sense.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, what did we do this week?
Thanks for answering my health question. Glad to hear you're much better. Beautiful that you're able to do the series with SEREN. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Don't worry, I'm not upset. Just impressed on the vocal warm up thing.
Oh. I'm just, like I said, I'm just really lucky.
It said, finally, I am in. Great to see and hear you guys. Looking both good, lads. Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much. Love the story you once. This is from Andrew Clowater. Love the story you once told me about the death metal singer doing vocal warm ups at a festival. Yeah. Yeah,
I'll share it real quick because I don't know where it was. I know that we did a number of after Worlds Apart came out, we did a number of support tours with other Eddie Money, Pat Benatar, Billy Squire, Jethro Tull, one after another. But there was one occasion we were backstage in it's an arena, so the locker rooms are the dressing rooms.
Yeah,
we were in one. There was 3 bands on the bill actually, and the band was going to go on right before us was warming up in the room next to us. And the singer was going through his scales and la 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 la. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, I've got to go check this guy out. Because he's, sounds like he knows what he's doing. So, and it was time for them to start their show, and off they went. And I went up to the side of the stage. And we started the first song. Pretty heavy stuff, but I thought, okay. And he started to sing, and it was just, and I thought, why did you warm up? But I guess that because I've heard you do that kind of thing, you do have to warm up your voice. But the way he warmed up implied that he was going to be singing, opera style, but just more singing.
I will say,
it was just like, what?
It doesn't seem like it would be like that, but training your range like that is extremely helpful, I've found, for like those kinds of vocals. You wouldn't think it would be, and I didn't think it would be, but I found now that doing those like extensive vocal warm-ups really does improve like my harsh vocals, and especially
it's going to improve any vocal in general, because you're going to.
But especially with training the higher range, because you have to have most like vocalists kind of that do kind of higher ones and like lower ones, so you have to be able to do that, and for me, like really trying to sing higher in my warm-ups helps me expand and just loosens everything and trains my diaphragm more, because you need to have really good diaphragm compression.
I should have been taking tips from you all these years.
Well, it's more geared towards that specific thing, but I think it applies to vocals in general. You're doing fine. I really don't think don't take advice from me. Don't
go change it.
I barely know anything, but
that's very insightful when you were talking about that kind of singing. I thought you didn't require warm-ups, but you explained it to me, and I have a deep respect now for singing that kind of singing. It's not just shouting, folks. It's a real deal.
Definitely. As someone I used to hold the same opinion, but then as I got more into that kind of music, and I've been like trying to do it for like 3 years, and I'm still not at a certain level.
It's really good though, from when you first started.
Thank you. It's extremely difficult. I will tell you, and I'm looking to incorporate in some of in a lot of the music I make and that we make. So it's going to be Very fun. Let me answer some of these now. Such a strong finish to a fantastic record, Mouse in a Maze. As I've said before, this album was my first exposure to Saga. It's what kicked off my love of the band. So many memories associated with this music. It's an absolute joy to relive it with you guys. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that a lot.
It's our pleasure.
Definitely. From Dave Andrews. Thank you so much. Ian is a monster, and Steve Nagus was great creative drummer. Absolutely. I think it was absolutely a very creative drummer. Are we...
Did we freeze?
Did we freeze? I think our camera might have frozen.
Oh my.
Okay.
Okay. They can still hear us. You guys still hear us?
I believe we are still being heard.
Maybe someone can confirm that for us.
Let me just check.
Just the live one?
Okay, yes, yeah.
So you can still hear us. Okay,
yeah,
good.
they can still hear us.
Just see that frozen screen in front of But I
this
wasn't
is
doing
still
something
working.
silly when it froze.
Right.
Excuse me.
Okay,
I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
That's right. As long as they can hear us, we can continue on.
Yeah. Just 1 second.
Just give us a moment, please.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully everything should be working now. Okay, awesome.
We're back.
We've got it sorted out. Sorry about that, everyone.
We didn't really leave. But...
We didn't really leave. Okay, perfect. Okay, everything's all good now. Let's continue. I don't know why that was happening.
It doesn't matter.
It was weird for a second. Go back and answer some of these. Would really love to see an expanded version of the In Transit live album. What about that? Gentle Giant released their expanded live album recently.
Expanded live album, if you're talking about In Transit. I mean, this obviously wasn't the whole show. You're probably talking about including whatever else was in the set.
Right. Probably.
Man, God only knows where those files are. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, am I falling apart?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how you would find that now.
Yeah.
But that would be cool.
Yeah, I don't remember what the whole set was. But, yeah. That was quite a while ago.
Andrew Clowater asks, have you ever met the guys in Gentle Giant?
I have only met Derek Shulman.
I believe that was more recently, I thought, right?
He was at Prague Stock doing book signing, but before that I met him in New York City at the Iridium.
Yes.
Yes. He and Eddie Jobson came backstage to say hello. So that was.
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
I mean, it was like meeting Freddie Mercury. I was completely nervous.
Oh yeah.
Fanboying, just trying to contain myself.
I can't imagine.
It was great.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Nice man.
I have tickets to see a comedian on December 12th. Convince me to not go and to go see you.
Okay, don't go and come see me.
Yeah, do it.
I can't. You know, I mean, it would be lovely to see you on the 14th. It's your call. It's going to be great fun. It's an evening of. Dave Barrett and I are just going to do some acoustic versions of some popular songs, some Saga material like you haven't heard it before, some songs I've done with David, some cover things.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Please do come out if you're in the area.
A little bit of Q&A, a few jokes here and there, and some songs, and just a nice evening together, an evening with, as they say.
So if
you can join me, join us, it'd be great.
Please do, yeah.
See the comedian and come to the show.
Yeah, see half of the comedian, half of the show.
or come to the show and I'll provide the jokes.
There you go. He'll do stand-up for you if you come. Yeah. Personal performance. For me, it would be Snarky Puppy on the Deserted Island.
It would be Snarky Puppy?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what Beat said. My first Saga concert was on the Heads and Tails tour in Stuttgart. Chris Rea was a support act.
Chris Rea.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Who is your favorite producer / engineer to work with?
Worked with a lot of really, really good ones. I have to say Rupert and Stephen Taylor. The combination of working. I told this story the other day. I was discussing it, but I've never seen before that or since a couple of guys working in the studio so in tune with one another to the point where I was sitting on the couch and they were doing something. They were listening back to something side by side at the console. And the track finished, and Rupert just kind of turned, looked over at Steve. Steve looked at Rupert. They didn't say a word. Steve just leaned forward, turned a couple of knobs here and there, made a few adjustments, and then played the part again. It stopped, and they turned and looked at each other and just went, and that was it, and didn't say a word, and it did sound better.
Really?
Yes. I went, oh my gosh. I mean, incrementally, but I heard what they'd done. They didn't say a word. They were so... in tune with one another. They just, one knew what the other one wanted just by looking, just an expression. Like, we just heard something. It's like, He said, oh, okay, you probably want more of this. And he was right, and it was amazing.
That's wild. Okay.
Actually, okay, well, a close second would be working with Tommy Schmidt-Seinen.
Oh, yeah.
And he and Thomas Korga, they put Clear together with me.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very special album for me, obviously, and working with them was a treat, and it was effortless. So, for different reasons, relationship with Rupert and Stephen, and with the two Tommies, as we called them, tragically both have passed. May they rest in peace. But great experience working with them as well. So it's kind of a tie.
Yeah. Absolutely. The synth solo from 350 is so great on slow motion. Definitely. It's a lot of fun to watch Father and Son. It seems to me too, like rediscovering the songs. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, and I'm glad people are having that experience.
I'm hearing things I forgot we'd done. I mean,
yes.
The other day, I think it was Careful You Step at the beginning, hearing the clavinet.
Yes. Alex Anders says, as whimsical as the melody may be, Slow Motion is one of my favorite songs on Image of the Twilight. Mine too. I love that track. I really do love that
It's
track.
a shocking middle section, actually, when it comes in, because you're just bopping along with this funny little, novelty track is what it feels like. And then this middle section comes in. It's like, where did that come from?
Definitely.
It's a fun song.
I've always loved the phase staccato keyboard polymoo ? A beautiful song. And yes, SEREN, your father is one of the greatest singers in rock music.
Oh, thank you so much.
Very much appreciate the words.
I don't know how to react when I hear things like that because I know what I think. I know what I think of myself, in amongst the But I appreciate the kind words.
Very kind of you. Thank you. Can you talk a bit about the show that was recorded for TV at the Montreal Forum for the Heads or Tails tour?
That comes up a lot, actually. That was like a sort of pay-per-view thing at the time. We played at the Montreal Forum arena, and it was broadcast. I got to assume that it was recorded as well as it was broadcast. People have been asking for many years, can we get our hands on that? How can we see that as a standalone DVD, for example, of just that Montreal Forum show? Because it was a special night and it went really, really well. And the clips that I've seen from it sound really good.
Yes.
So this is something that we should investigate, because I think that's a release that should be out there,
Yeah.
and available. So
Definitely.
I'll look into that. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things like that floating around.
Yeah. Love to see you at the Wacken Open Air in Northern Germany, from Gerald Martins. I think have you played at Wacken before? I think you.
Wacken?
Wacken.
No.
No, you haven't?
No, Sweden Rock twice, but
Sweden Rock twice.
Not Wacken.
I would love to go there.
It's great, yeah.
That would be a dream for me to go to Wacken.
Maybe you will.
Maybe, hopefully, because that would be either because
that's your world, man.
Either because of you or just going for fun. Please try to make that happen, because I'll go with you. You don't need to.
Maybe you'll get invited to do it.
Maybe I'll get invited, but you wouldn't even need to worry about me.
But you want to experience it. You want to be in the audience.
Yeah, I'll just be doing my own thing.
You want to get the whole immersive experience, don't you?
Oh yeah.
It sells out in seconds. I think that this year is coming up, sold out 5 minutes after the other one closed.
Yeah.
They finished last year's and then put this year's 2026 on sale, and in an hour it was gone.
Immediately.
Yeah, without announcing any of the acts. It didn't matter.
From the Fourth Wall says, about 15 years ago I saw Saga for the first time. Due to illness, it was the Wildest Dreams lineup plus the Chapter tribute band. It was great but scary to watch. How does Michael look back on it?
It was interesting. I think the guys from the Chapters band did a fantastic job filling in.
Yeah.
It took two keyboard players to do Daryl's parts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool.
And the drummer. They saved the tour, basically. We would have had to cancel the rest of the tour, but it was fun, and we couldn't be more appreciative. And it sounded remarkably close with very, very limited rehearsal. I think we rehearsed a little bit in the dressing room. Fortunately, they knew the material because they were kind of a Saga cover band. But yeah, they came through and saved us, and I really, really appreciate it. You guys, you know who you are. Thank you.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty rare thing. You have a band where, someone goes down, and you think, well, how are we going to continue?
Yeah.
And you just happen to have a tribute band that you can call up and say, hey, we don't want to cancel the tour. Can you sit in for the rest?
Right.
Sure. Send us the set list.
Right.
If there's something we don't know, we'll learn
cool.
it. But it was great that they were able to do that. Save the tour.
From the comments, Alexander says, this is one of Saga's greatest images. The LP I had back in the early 80s kept skipping somewhere at 54 seconds, so I had to transfer the album to cassette tape, still having a skip at 54 seconds. I'm still unconsciously anticipating the skip whenever I'm listening to Images. Anyway, thank you, Michael and Saga, for this epic masterpiece.
You're welcome.
That's funny. The fact that you're still ready for that to happen, bracing for impact. For Hot to Cold, so much going on in this one from Dave Andrews. I like to think the arrangement took as long as the writing. Such a great song. That instrumental section is just so good. The guitar and keyboards are doing such different things, but it works so well. Amazing. I agree. I love that track.
The arrangement versus composing it, probably 50-50, because there's a lot of musical bits in it.
I'm sure.
Which took a while to put together, obviously. And the arrangement, I don't remember laboring over the arrangement. It kind of it made sense to be arranged that way. It almost oh, you should do this. The music dictating and say, you got to do this next and do this and this. But we spent some time getting it right, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one of Saga's great epics for Mouse in a Maze. I've listened to. Sorry. I've listened to it 100 times or more, but with each new listen, I am still amazed just how marvelous it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. Some more questions from the live chat. Rebel Yell 59. Hello from Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Been a fan since the debut album. Thank you for all the wonderful music. I always felt Michael should have done the Phantom of the Opera.
I've had comments like that over there. Not just Phantom, but they'd say you should do musical theater. You know,
You would do well with musical theater, honestly.
I don't know.
You're not a big musical person, though.
Well, yeah, there are some that are easier to.
I know you like Wicked.
Easier to take than others, yeah. But I don't know. To me, doing musical theater would be scary because you're really under the microscope and you're really exposed, and you're just standing there, and you're not just singing the song. You have to do some acting as well along with it, because you are a character.
Yes.
It would be a huge challenge. I'd consider it. I wouldn't say sitting here right now that I would say no, because I don't think I could handle it. I would consider it. Anybody who's listening. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would give it some thought.
Greetings from Vancouver, Canada, from Paul Hibbets. Any comments on the possible influence of new wave on this earlier Saga albums? Best wishes for your continued improved health, Michael.
I know what you're talking about.
I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah, but it's going to be there. You want to, again, we've never been the kind of band that like
intentionally
let's that's really popular right now. Let's see if we can integrate that into our music. But at the same time,
I'm sure this because it was around at the time.
If there's something cool about it, you can't help but go, oh, that's got a cool feel. You can't help be
inspired by it.
And you try that feel on your kind of music, and it's not even your take on those songs, but it's like,
it's gonna
get in there somehow. Yeah. So I think that time period, people have made that comment. That
definitely.
Like, oh, you're going through your English electro pop wave.
It's like, sure, man.
Phase. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. What a great idea to do the album reactions for all the fantastic Saga songs I grew up with. Hope to hear more about the time when Daryl joined the band at such a young age, or the short period of time when Michael became a Saarlander in the 80s. I don't know what that means.
When I lived in Germany.
Oh, okay. Why wasn't the legendary Rupert Hine available for more than only 2 records? Love to hear more about the recordings at Union Stations for Behavior, and why Steve and Daryl... There's a lot of questions there. And why Steve and Daryl left right after that. Do you also plan to talk about Clear? So glad to see you in an obvious good condition again, Michael. Can't wait to hear more of you guys.
Thank you. You know what I'm going to do? Let's make a note of that. Like copy and paste that particular one, because there's about 6 or 7 questions in there that I have to address.
We'll
and I will make a point of in a future broadcast at least 1 or 2 of them.
There's a lot
when
right
it's
now.
Appropriate, but there's a lot of questions within that one area. So I will just watch for it. And I'll address each of those, because some of those require more than a 10-second answer.
Definitely, yeah. From Matthias aus Frankfurt, how can a song be this timeless? Mouse and Amaze. I agree with you. It's
a lot of the songs are.
A lot of the songs are. I mean, if they're still appealing to me, I mean, they must have some staying power.
Yeah. You can see past the early production.
Yeah. You must be proud of your dad. The voice of Michael is amazing. The song is magic on The Perfectionist. Thank you so much. I definitely am proud of him. It's very surreal to be growing up in this environment, but it's a lot of fun.
You have no idea, for those of you out there who are parents, you have no idea, specifically a dad and his son, what this means to me. The fact that he not only wanted to do this with me, but he's actually really
very excited
says he's
about
enjoying it.
I could be lying.
It's as a parent, as a dad, I couldn't ask for more, and it's pretty cool.
And I'm having a lot of fun too. Yeah, of course. I'm doing it out of my own volition. Yeah, absolutely. You from Euphoria Askand. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Saga has always been at the forefront of using synthesizers. Can you tell us a little more about the choices you made on the first album's use of Mini Moog, Taurus, Greeting Jens from Norway?
If it was new, we had to have it.
Okay.
That was pretty much, we just there's no secret to it. I mean, we just tried to stay ahead of the curve. If there was some new technology out, we'd want to check it and see what it was like, and usually acquire it. CST, the PPG, and on, Mini Moogs. And, I mean, in the beginning, when Jim and I did some writing in his apartment, there was no such thing as a quadraphonic keyboard, or polyphonic keyboard, or synthesizer.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to record chords one note at a time on a 4-track machine. So you hold the note down for the length of time for the section, and then you go back and you change tracks, and then you hit the second note, and then you go back and you do it the third note, just to create one chord, because everything was monophonic. That was the only way to have.
Oh no!
Yes. So to create a pad sound, we had to record each note one at a time.
There's no way.
Yeah. So yeah, but to answer the question, yes, it was really just a matter of, if it was new, not all of it was appropriate to try. We never used a theremin, for example.
Right. That would have been cool, though. That would have been cool. I would have loved to see a theremin.
But like the Simmons kit, as soon as the electronic drums came on the scene, Steve was on the case, and we got the Simmons kit. All the synths along the way. You know, if it was new, bring it. You know.
Andrew Clowater, looking forward to hearing SEREN. I remember his early beatbox on stage debut. He was so shy. Cheers. Yeah, I do remember that. That was.
I remember
fun.
when you dropped the mic. It's like, you're done.
That was fun. I got the very, very lucky privilege of performing at Prague Stock Festival this year in early October with our project SEREN Gazer, which was so much fun. If you want, go check out SEREN Gazer on Facebook and Instagram. We have a lot of stuff coming. Very excited about that project. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. Everybody in the band is fantastic. Shout out to Paul Bilatovich, Matt Dorsey, and Jimmy Keegan. Fantastic group of guys. We had such a limited chance to rehearse, and I think we still pulled it out.
Who's your singer?
It's you, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
It's
a
a great lineup.
It's a great lineup. I love the material we're coming up with. Very much looking forward to the future of it. But yeah, no, it was so fun to perform, and I'm looking forward to doing it more. It's great for me. I really enjoy it a lot. I'm just very lucky for the opportunity.
We should have an album's worth of material before too much longer. We got like half an album already.
So definitely keep a lookout for that.
Yeah.
Let me get some of these now. My brother introduced me to Saga in the early 80s. I've been a huge fan ever since. My 12-year-old heard the song when he was about 6 years old and made me play it over and over again in the car.
Your 12-year-old?
Yeah,
really?
When he was 6.
Wow. We were talking about things being timeless.
Yes,
there you go.
From Scabby Cad. Fantastic end to a great album. Mouse in a Maze. People love Mouse in a Maze.
Yeah.
It's
a very popular song.
It's hard to disagree.
Yeah. I'd like to put it back in the set if we hit the stage again. I'd like to consider doing that.
We'll be waiting for your post of No Stranger, Fave Song of Saga. That will be coming up probably in not too long. We're in the process of doing Worlds Apart right now, which is very fun. I'm really enjoying it. Not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
From Uber Share, it came to Saga with Worlds Apart in the age of 14, but I remember in these days the song played a big role for me, so I'll never forget listening to this in a time when we fought for our school location and slept at the school. Great memories. Much later, I finally managed to release my own songs, and I think that my album Flow of Time, to which Adam Holtzman, among others, contributed a lot, was influenced to a certain extent by the work of Saga. So thank you very much for that and for the memories this music brings back. Thank you so much.
Thanks, kind words. I mean, I just thought of something that it's funny through the years, and I still don't see myself. This sounds strange, but I don't see myself as, I guess, who I am or what I am in that context. And I always get surprised when other artists, like my peers, especially ones I consider, quite famous, and know who the band is and
And not only
specifically
know
know
our
who
influence.
and know who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how can they possibly? But you know, they watch other stuff too, but it always makes me go, wow, it makes me feel
I believe.
legitimate.
I believe
somehow.
Bumblefoot talked about the band recently in an
yeah,
interview, which
yeah.
is
I
like,
was like,
it's
you know about us, but why wouldn't he?
right. Yeah.
You know,
It's just,
whether they like it or not, but they're
and it must be
aware of
surreal
it.
for you as an artist to see, because you've had such a long legacy, to see other artists inspired by your
Yes,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That must be a weird
Every
thing.
once
I mean,
in a
it
while,
makes,
every
of
once
course
in
it
a while,
makes sense,
every once in a
but
while, a new tribute band pops up, and I'm like, wow, that's the ultimate.
there's
That's
a
what
next
it's about.
generation of people discovering your stuff,
Yeah,
and then wanting
yeah.
to sound like you,
Yeah,
which must be very surreal.
it is very surreal. Great compliment.
Do you remember doing the music videos for "Don't Be Late" and "Careful Where You Step"? Were they the same sessions, and which came first? Music videos were so cool for me as a kid in the early '80s.
What came first?
Yeah.
The music or the video, or
No.
which?
Were they recorded in the same?
I don't remember
sessions?
doing one for Careful, so you might be referring to something else. But Don't Be Late.
I thought "Careful Where You Step" was like the landmine one.
It is, but I mean, if you're talking about a live video.
No, a music video.
No, that's the flyer where I almost got blown up.
That is the flyer.
That's the flyer where I almost got blown
Sorry.
up. Yeah,
No, for music
that's
video.
That's the whole of the story. I just remember making videos in the beginning very strange and very surreal because MTV hadn't quite launched yet. So the idea of music videos was a very new concept.
I can imagine.
And I remember being approached, or the band being approached, saying we want to do a video to accompany the single release, and we're going, what do you mean? Like just show us playing live? Well, it's going to be half that and half like a storyline, like a little movie. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So something to do with the lyrics or what's going on in the song. And
it must have seemed like such an alien concept.
It was because it was an alien concept at the time. Like I say, MTV was just getting ready to launch. So we went, okay, whatever. So we filmed On the Loose and Wind 'Em Up, and we thought, well, okay, well, if you say so. And as it turned out, the timing couldn't have been better because MTV launched, and because it was a brand new medium, they had very little content. And we just happened to have one in the can, ready to go for the first single. And the airplay we got from MTV and the support from the American Record Company at the time, the timing couldn't have been better.
I hear a lot of people talking about how they discovered you on MTV right at the time, which is so cool.
Oh, it was saturation. It was because there were so few songs they could play. So
yeah. It said, always knew your dad was a stand-up guy. Thank you. Yeah, he definitely is. From Rack 'Em Up. Please, Michael, tell us more about songwriting in the band. Is it the case that you develop the basic structure of a song and then the band contributes all their ideas? From Olaf Brockman.
It varies, but I mean, a lot of the time, one individual will come up with the bulk of a song, and we will rehearse that, and then everybody puts in their bits and that. Quite often, someone will come up with a section, like, oh, that'll be a good verse, and then we'll have all these pieces and throw them into the pot and juggle them around. Say, well, that piece could go with that. We could use that as the verse for this one. You can count, I think, on one hand the times when there's been a complete song, presented, and then we rehearse the entire song the way it was presented. But one thing I did, I brought this up before, for me personally, songwriting-wise, I have always written the music first, pretty much. I would say always, 99% of the time, I've written the music first, and then thought about the lyrics and melody. And I come to find out later that most singer-songwriters do it the other way around.
Yes,
they have an idea for a lyric and a melody, and then they write the song around that. I had been doing it backwards, apparently, but I mean, to each his own. I mean, it worked for me that way. But more and more, when I do write new stuff, I'm very conscious of the kind of melody that I want on top of it, and perhaps a lyric idea. So
absolutely. Let's read some more comments. Hi, Michael. I grew up with Saga Can you please explain the story of the chapters? I try to translate the complete chapters, but I can't get the meaning.
The chapters?
The chapters. I guess go over the overall thing.
Without giving too much away, I've always said that until it's presented, like I'm thinking an animated film or a game or a live production or whatever, which explains it all. It's about, in a nutshell, an alien race looking at Earth. We're going to blow ourselves up. We're going to run out of resources. We're going to just kill each other, blow up the planet, and just destroy everything and just make a mess of everything. And for some reason, they think that we're worth saving or at least assisting. And it's they come down. Someone comes down. I guess let's say a special envoy and grabs a certain item. I'm not going to give anything away. Grabs a certain item, takes it back to there, and then they develop that using that they stole, or they develop what they need to be able to come, and what looks like an invasion,
but it's not.
Is not really. They're coming to save us from ourselves, as it were. So
yes.
It's semi-apocalyptic, but it's also very hopeful in a way. But that's kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
Was that unspecific enough?
I think that's a good description without spoiling it.
Excuse me.
Queen of Noise says, it's very interesting that SEREN didn't listen to the Saga records before. When I was 15, I searched through my father's records, and together with Rush and his band's records, I found Saga. The strange-sounding band, to my teenage ears, was a whole new universe. I loved the space aesthetics, and was very unique. I saw Saga first live in 2006, and from that time, I listened to them the most. Thank you for these videos. Yeah, thank you for enjoying. It is probably weird. I guess for me, because I was surrounded by the music the whole time, and because I went with you on tour a couple times, and it was just, I don't know. I think growing up, part of me, it wasn't registering part of it. You know, it was just like, that's just normal. You know, that's just my dad.
Until you saw it live.
Until I saw it live, and I didn't really think about listening to the music or anything until I got older. When I was a younger kid, I didn't really care about music that much because my passion wasn't really sparked for it. But once I developed a greater interest for it, then that's more recently when I started wanting to go back and really delve into the band's sound. And for a while, it was just kind of weird to think about, that's my dad and it's his music.
Yeah.
It was strange to me, but it's very cool.
And he does seem to like it.
I do definitely like it. So once it's that was for the cruise video. So once it's stay in the pockets. Francois Dupree, I can't wait for you to tackle heads or tails and behavior. There's plenty to discuss. Keep it up. Definitely, I'm looking forward to those.
There's some real gems coming up.
Very, very much. I love that. I love the album art for everything on that. Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited for those. I'm also excited for Beginner's Guide to Throwing Shapes, because I love that album cover a lot.
Wait till we hit Gen 13.
Oh yeah, there's so much. Oh my gosh. Do you plan to release real deluxe editions with lots of outtakes, live tracks, and perhaps a surround mix for the 50th anniversary?
There's all kinds of things that are going to happen for the 50th anniversary. All kinds of things. All of the above. Let's put it that way. I mean, with the legacy we have and the catalog that we have and the live recordings, yes, there's all kinds of box sets, special editions. It will all come to a head in 2027.
Absolutely. When did Saga start using click tracks during recording sessions? Please, I assume this was only after the first several albums, ?
Only on songs that, if there's a sequencer involved, or like something doing an arpeggiated section, that's integral to the song. It's not cheating. It's like, you could play that, but let the machine do it. It's just same thing over and over and over.
Yes, yeah.
That's the only times that it's necessary to have the click track, because if if you waver from that, then it's going to sound really confusing, and then the sequencer doesn't make sense anymore. But generally, try not to use a click track to.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
the drums should breathe. And that's just, if they're live drums, they should be live drums. And
Yeah.
They should feel like that.
I agree. Yeah. Probably impossible question, but does
Good.
Michael have a favorite Saga album or song? Images of Twilight is my favorite album. Careful Where You Step is my favorite song.
I've said for many years that still rings true. That overall, I like them all for different reasons and varying degrees of affection for each one, as it were. But if I had to choose one, it's Behavior. For me personally, it's just I love the vocal performance. By my standards,
He's very
overall,
strict with himself.
very. So for me, Behavior, it feels right to me, that album. There's something going on with me at the time, I guess, personally, and that I was just in a good headspace or something. But like I say, overall performance from a vocal point of view, I'm very pleased with that one. I'm very satisfied with.
Yeah.
Goodbye Once Upon a Time is one of my favorite songs I've ever sung.
Yeah.
But yeah, Behavior.
Drum Studio 1 asks, like no other band, Saga was able to unite prog rock, hard rock, metal, pop, and synth fans. To this day, this impresses me. Did you recognize the unity of these different fan bases?
We didn't really think about it.
Right.
But that's what I was talking about earlier in the program, or in the stream, that we were a real enigma for a lot of critics and a nightmare to try and pigeonhole in terms of
Yes.
genre, because of the varied influences and the different things we were subconsciously tapping into, as it were. Were we conscious of it, of these fan bases? No, not at all. I mean, we just, we've always done what we do.
Yeah.
And later someone go, hey, I didn't know you liked such and such. Why? Well, because I can hear that in that song. Oh, yeah? Never heard of them, but thanks. Maybe we did it first, but
Yeah.
yeah, nothing conscious.
That's so cool. Hey, music Kese Coter. So sorry. That's probably an awful pronunciation of your username.
You're gonna have to take a separate, like the German ones, like long ones like that, put them into a translation.
No, that's just the username.
Oh.
Great song, contrasted. This is for what's it gonna be? Great song, contrasted, power, and also delicate. Michael have a nice flying voice. Is that a Fender Rhodes in the back and in the ending? Not usually the tone you had.
Yes.
But the one that is obvious is a Yamaha CP70.
Sorry, it wasn't Fender Rhodes. Wurlitzer.
Oh, but they said not the Wurlitzer.
It was Wurlitzer.
It was the Wurlitzer. Okay.
Carefully disguised.
Well, and
I believe. You know what? I'll say that I'm as far as I know, I could be wrong.
Right.
It may indeed be. Yeah.
Someone replied and said definitely Rhodes.
Okay, it's Rhodes.
That's funny. How did you come up with the idea of using synth bass on some songs? From Hazy Sukas.
That was really up to Jim. I mean, being the bass player, it was like time to put some bass on this. And some songs, the nature of the song wanted to be synth bass, like Ice and Ice. I can't imagine a bass guitar doing those parts. The song really dictates the instrumentation, really, when it came to the bottom end. So,
Yeah.
It was a no-brainer, really. A lot of the songs just said, it's got to be synth bass.
Yeah. I'm enjoying your series on your album so much. It is so interesting and a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
In what place would you love to perform that you haven't so far? From Tim Doggett.
Venue or
I think like region, like territory or country.
We've never been to Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think that would be semi-familiar. But we've never played in Japan or in Asia.
I was gonna say that.
I think that would be the last of the I guess culture shocks for us.
Right.
In terms of being there and being immersed into the culture.
Because it's very different to Western culture in general.
And the venues and that's the last very different one. I mean, we've been going to Europe for since the beginning. So,
And even between Europe and the U.S., there's a big difference in culture
yes,
with like
but
performances
what I was
and
about to
venues.
say, was we've been going there for so long that um, although it's very familiar, we still don't take it for granted. I mean,
Of
come on,
course,
I mean,
yes,
what we do for a living is crazy to be able to see most of the world as part of your
definitely,
job.
yeah.
But yeah, Japan would be really cool. I'd love to play there at least
Yeah,
once.
South Korea would also be really cool.
I mean, that area of the world.
Just
would
just
be, you know,
just East Asia in general. Yeah,
yeah.
that would be really fun. Australia would be cool too. I've never been.
Mhm.
Someone said probably New Zealand. Definitely.
Yeah.
I have some personal friends in New Zealand as well, so
Yeah.
that would be fun. I thought the music video for Wind 'Em Up was very interesting. It had a very good look and a story.
Gambling.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the series. It's great fun. Glad you're enjoying
welcome.
it. What is your opinion about AI music, especially when co-creating, for instance, with, for instance, Suno or other tools like that?
I like anything synthetic, as it were. It's got its value in terms of using it as a tool, as a resource.
To like come up with
To come
ideas.
up with to not even ideas per se, but just as a tool, but never relying on it to come up with a song,
Or to just release out and out an
just
AI
out and out
song.
release an AI song. Say, here's the song, make it sound like Saga. Oh yeah, that's cool, and just put it out there. Come on.
And I think you can immediately tell right now
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I would never go there. You might think about doing that for like an animated show or something like that, because then it doesn't really matter. But in terms
Even
of
then,
a
I'd say
band
that the
or
like
an artist,
everything deserves like good quality.
AI is very useful as a tool, not just in
Definitely,
music.
and I think there's a big difference between like generative AI and AI in other sectors. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people often don't make that distinction.
If it's used to just out and out create a song and just put it out there and say
Yeah.
it's a band.
Yeah. Why do you believe the band was more popular in Europe than at home in Canada?
You tell me. I don't know. The only, you start a band, you put out an album, you cross your fingers, you hope people will like it, all that stuff, and you go where the market is from the very beginning. If it's taking off somewhere, you go play there and you go build up the market. Europe happened to be one of the first, if not the first, along with Puerto Rico. Strange.
Yeah.
So we went there a lot.
Yeah.
And we spent so much time nurturing that market. It wasn't really taking off as quickly in Canada. I mean, we came back and we did some shows in Canada and touring, but not to the extent that we did in especially in Germany. And I mean, we did so much in the beginning that people in Toronto thought we were a German band, because every time they mentioned the word Saga, they mentioned the word Germany, because we
Right.
were always on tour over there.
Yeah.
I think that's it, really. It's saturation. We spent most of the early years touring over there.
Yeah.
Same with the States.
Yeah, definitely. Next, Goodbye Once Upon a Time is my top 3 Saga and my top 10 of all music.
Yeah.
The things I was going through at that time. The
Of all
memories
music,
returned.
wow. Thank
Yeah, at the top 10 songs, period. From Mark LaRue. Thank you so much.
you. That's one of my favorite pieces that I've written. The intro for
I'm
that
excited
song.
to listen to it. I haven't
It's
heard
a
it.
beautiful song.
Marty says, Michael, what's your absolute favorite Saga song?
I don't have one, man.
I think you got to go by album because, like,
Yeah, but to pick out individual, again, it's
give us a
matter of
top
music.
3
It's
in no particular order.
Goodbye Once Upon a Time. Pick another ballad. The ballads are usually, I'm a sucker for ballads for singing. I can't, because it also depends. You ask me the same question tomorrow, or ask me the same question
It'll change.
like 6 hours from now, depending on what I went through with the day, and I'll be in that mood. So I'll say, oh, that
You'll
song
think
for
of
sure.
something. Yeah.
But Goodbye Once Upon a Time is always up there in terms of
Yeah.
one of my favorites. So.
Will you come to the music hall in Vorpsvita for your 50th anniversary? Uli and the rest of the team would be amazed, and me too, from Olaf Brockman.
I'd like to think so. Yeah. I'm not making any promises, but I'd like to think so. It's a great venue.
Sonic Dorm says, Max, hey guys, just wanted to say thank you so much for opening this up. It's been a long dream of mine to see Saga fanatics united like this. Saga Forever has helped me get through tough times. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I've heard that so much, and it's one of the greatest compliments to know that we affected someone to such a degree that we helped them.
Right.
our music helped them through a rough time or a good time, or
Anything.
I proposed to my wife, or I graduated school with this song, or
To associate
I
your
drove
music
first
with
time I drove a car was on the radio, and I'll never forget it. And to be able to supply the background or
to
the
those
soundtrack
memories.
to those memories is a tremendous compliment. It means more than anything.
Awesome. Um, this is an interesting question. With which artist, like with which singer, either male or female, would you like to sing a duet?
Ooh. um, I would have liked to have done one with Freddie.
Right.
Um, there's probably a few, but that's the one that A will never happen, unfortunately. But probably Freddie.
Right.
You know.
This is funny. Someone said, you should definitely go to Japan and South Korea. I introduced my Korean teacher to Saga, and now he can't get enough of your music.
Wow, I know there's.
So there's definitely a
that
market. I've seen some, I know for Prog Stock, there was some people, there's at least one person, she came all the way from Japan
Yes.
to specifically see it.
Yes, and well, the thing about it is, from what I understand, it's a good market once you get in, but
Yes.
it's difficult to break into that.
But once you do, it's very loyal.
Area of things.
Yeah.
So it's really just, I don't know, be at the right place at the right time, talk to the right people. I don't want to rule it out because, like I say, I'd love that bucket list wise for the band.
Definitely, and that's a bucket list for me. I know a lot of people say they want to go to Japan, but I really do want to go.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a very, very.
I mean,
cool
I want to
country.
go for a number of reasons, personal reasons.
Yeah, just because it looks like such a fun country.
I'd love to be able to.
I'd love to see what it's like, in terms of like touring and that kind of thing. More comments. These are great. One of my favorite tunes by Saga. Makes me think how these guys aren't up there with the Beatles. It's genius.
I don't know about the Beatles, but I don't know. Circumstances, timing, it's just so many reasons for the way things happen.
For which song is this? What's It Gonna Be? This Saga song cries for an extension in a 12-inch version and an ending beyond fade out. The build up in the intro is just great.
I kind of agree with you. It does tend to go away fairly quickly. It's like we did with the Catwalk. We had an extended version of Catwalk. Again, just letting Ian just go crazy on there during the solo section.
Funny thing, I just remembered about the Japan thing is that Mom lived in Japan for a while. She lived in Tokyo for a little bit, which is so cool. I always hear the stories from her, and it sounds so fun. Yeah. From DigiBirder, that is why Saga is so great. Then they play what is right for the music. For me, a lot of Saga's sound is about the melodies interacting with counter melodies in such fascinating and cool ways with rhythmic complexity. Catchy licks are a dime a dozen, especially with AI nowadays. But the humanity that comes out and how everything weaves together with personality and emotion sets this band apart. That is very well said.
Very well said.
That is more well said than I could ever say in any of these videos.
I'm going to hang on to that one.
Absolutely. I will remember that comment. Thank you so much. The humanity that comes out, wow, sets the band apart. Thank you so. That is so kind of you.
I think that perhaps makes the difference, using the humanity part. I think you're right.
I really do agree. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. More questions. Thank you. My absolutely favorite Saga song is Humble Stance. Did you record an alternate version?
Alternate?
Don't know what that means.
No. This live version and studio version. We've never done like an acoustic version or something like that. I sang a big band like swing version of it once. That was fun.
Oh, really? Michael. Oh no, right here. From Gerard Voss. You two are a gift to my memories of Saga I have. I've seen the band 15 times or so in the Netherlands. Thank you, SEREN, for this series of rockumentary. Well, thank you so much. That's really kind of you, and I'm just really glad that people are enjoying this. This is something, like I said, like you've said before, this is something we've wanted to do and I've wanted to do anyways, and we thought might
The
as
fact that
well.
we can share it with
The fact that we can
everybody
share it with
is,
everybody is even better, you know. I really, really do. One thing I want to say, I really do greatly appreciate how much everybody from this community and fans of the band and fans of my dad have welcomed me. And it's just felt so kind from everybody. And I just wanted to say thank you, really.
You're semi-likable.
But it feels very nice to be included and have that nice reception from you guys as well. So just
Thank you.
Thank you for thinking I'm cool as well. I appreciate that. Michael, have you ever met the fan Robert Jones from the UK that had the Saga Net website? This was an incredible site full of info when we could hardly find info about Saga.
Have I ever met him?
Yeah.
I don't think so, although the names sound really, really familiar. I don't want to say I haven't, and if I, Robert, if you're watching or listening, I apologize. I may have.
Yeah. Did you feel that Full Circle was a bit back to the roots like the first albums, or was it just me?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, when that album comes up, we'll talk about that.
Is that why it's called Full Circle? Probably part
bit,
of it.
yeah.
Makes sense.
But we'll talk about that when we address that album.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You mentioned that you'd like to go to Japan. Do you have like a cultural interest in Asia
as well? Yes,
yeah.
A personal with the cultures as well as the professional.
Right.
Just to,
I mean, yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, obviously for me, because my mom is Filipino, I'm Filipino as well. I love the Philippines, but and since she lived in Japan, just that area of the world, I feel very connected to culturally. So that's why I'd like to go.
It's one of the cool perks of what I do for a living is seeing the world and seeing other cultures.
Yeah.
I remember when we went to Germany, to Europe in the first time, and just looking around like, oh my God, and just being amazed at being immersed in another culture. Yes, for that reason,
it's a very
I've always
surreal
wanted
feeling.
to go to Japan, but combined with obviously professionally to actually be able to play there. But yeah, on a cultural level, I'd love to go.
Yeah,
always wanted to.
Said, I remember I have the DVD with the Humble Stance swing version. That's probably why they were asking.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny.
It is funny.
Wow. Yeah. No. And that's so cool.
Where are we at? Oh my.
Michael's voice is epic in this song. This was the first Saga song I heard. Thanks to JP, and it was love at first sight. Immediately knew I had to listen to that band. Thank you for Don't Be Late.
Oh.
I definitely agree. This album, and especially the song, is the reason why I started making music. We, the band Too Hot For, played a few gigs with Saga in the 90s. Maybe your dad still remembers the band with the fat drummer.
Too Hot For You.
Too Hot For You.
Mm-hmm.
Best wishes to your father.
Thank you. Nice to hear
from
you.
Mano.
I remember it well.
That's so cool.
It was a nice time.
The most underrated band. I saw them in 1981 when Bryan Adams opened up for Saga.
Massey Hall.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I remember you told me about that
this
story.
Young upstart.
I first heard On the Loose in one of the clubs in Columbus, Ohio. I went out and bought Worlds Apart, loved it, and found out that there were 3 albums prior to it. I had to find them and did Steady Diet of Saga, all gems. Thank you so much.
Kind words across the board.
And there it is, another masterpiece, not as iconic as Don't Be Late, but just as marvelous for what's it going to be. A perfect couple of songs to start a great album with. Very hard to disagree with that. Wow. And, you know, unfortunately, we are starting to run out of time. There's still a lot more, so we're going to be doing more of these for
this
sure.
Is just the first of
This is just the first of many.
We'll do it in segments. We'll let some go by, and then we'll compile past.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for joining us. This has been great.
Yeah. There's a couple of things here. Of course you two are cool, SEREN, almost as cool as my own 17-year-old son. Oh, that's awesome. No way. Also want to say huge thank you to a lot of people. Thank you to Morok, Mighty V, and Marty T2N. It shows that you guys are like the top fans of the stream. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to everybody.
And
yes,
very importantly, happy birthday to
Dusty Chesterfield. That is right. Absolutely. Happy birthday.
Happy Dusty birthday.
Happy Dusty birthday. No, he's fantastic. Happy birthday to him.
Yeah,
All the best
he has
wishes.
A great day.
Last couple comments. Is there a chance the band will play with the world famous Metropole Orchestra?
Everything's possible.
Everything is possible.
I don't rule anything out at this point after all these years.
Thank you all for your work. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This was so much fun. We can't wait to do this more in the future. Just thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just keep your eye out. The more episodes are on their way.
Absolutely, they're gonna keep coming.
And then we'll do this another live stream when we
sometime soon. Hopefully,
compile a whole bunch of new questions.
Yeah, we'll get some new questions ready. There's still a lot more. I'm not even. If you could see my other screen, I'm not even halfway through everything that we have. So it's awesome. Thank you, especially to the wonderful host. Thank you, father and son. Yeah, thank you all so much, and thank you, Peter, as well. And yeah, everybody, hope you all have
everyone.
A fantastic rest of your day or evening or morning, depending on what your time zone, whatever you're doing next. Cannot wait to see you all maybe sometime again for another stream.
Yep.
And keep your eyes out for all of the future episodes.
See you soon.
See you all soon.
Bye
Thank you.